Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube. Ren here. It is November. It's officially November 1st when I'm recording this. It'll be November 2nd when I put this up. That's when you'll see it. Haven't really done a whole lot out here in the garden. I haven't been home for most of October, so but things are kind of coming down to their winter rest. I am wearing my witch hat because although Halloween is over, this is still Samhain season and it will be until Yule. So, witch hat for life. Anyway, let's take a look at what's in the garden. There are some things that in the October tour were just kind of starting to bloom that are actually in full bloom now. Even though it's November here in Virginia, there's still stuff blooming. So let's get started. All right, I want to show you first my panicum here, because it is in its full fall color now, and it's really nice, you know. It's a really nice contrast to some of the greens that you get here. Blueberries are starting to change color. You can see they're getting their kind of red autumn color on them. I still have tomatoes and peppers because we haven't had a frost yet. It's a little late for us to not have a frost, but I'm cool with that, you know. Once we do get that first frost, then I'm going to have to, you know, collect everything that's in here. And I actually do need to pick some of those tomatoes. Not much else going on in the garden. I did not get any of my fall crops planted, unfortunately. So herbs there's quite a few weeds in here, but there's still plenty of sage to be harvested. There's plenty of thyme to be harvested. Lots of chives that I can throw in my eggs in the morning if I wanted to. This is what I'm really excited about. Look at all these frickin' seed pods that my moonflower made. I'm gonna have a lot of moonflower seeds. I've actually already harvested a little bit, but I am very excited. You can see my Chionanthus has already lost all of its leaves. They're all on the ground, and they'll basically stay there. The ones on the grass, my kid will probably mow them up because I do want them to be mowed, the grass to be mowed one more time before the winter, just so it's not getting untidy. Look at this mullein plant. This is just going bananas. This is one of my volunteers, and it's really happy here. So I'm going to have to pick some of these leaves before the frost kills them off, because if I want to save them, which I do, then I'll need to pick them soon. I might... Oh, look, the sun is coming out. If I have some time, I might make a video on this one, because my last mullein plant, I was waiting for it to send up a flower spike before I made a video on it. It was about this size, and then it just suddenly died. So, I'm not going to gamble on it again. I'm just make the video while I have a good plant. So, anyway. Apples have all come off the trees, other than, you know, the ones that I can't reach way up there. But those are not my apples. Those belong to the neighbors. The good neighbors, if you know what I mean. Come here. Look at this. Look at that aster. Look at that. Isn't that nice? You can see where it got its name, October Sky. Just that stunning sky blue kind of color. It looks really nice, in particular when the sun is starting to set. Just that, like, that color is really nice. Viburnum is also starting to change color. Gets that nice kind of bronzy red color. And of course my neighbor's maple is also starting to change color as well. We're kind of in the peak season right now as far as autumn color goes. Check these out. Look at how big these cosmos have gotten. And they are still just going crazy. And I even have a couple of zinnias in there. Look at the bees are very happy. Getting their last little bits of pollen and nectar for the year. But yeah, mostly cosmos, but a couple of zinnias still hanging in there. And then of course I do have some roses as well, because that Penelope rose will continually rebloom whenever the weather's a little bit cooler. So it's always kind of neat to see the rose blooms kind of, you know, cheek and jowl with the rose hips on there. Alright, you can see this is, honestly, there's a lot of weeds in there, but even the weeds are dying back, so. Oh, I do still have flowers on this Bootlasia though. And look, this is another one that the bees are really happy about. I've had butterfly visitors here as well, stopping at the Bootlasia, in particular some of the migrating monarchs, like this one. And then the rue. Ooh, can you see that little guy there? Are we focused enough? We're focused enough. Yep, that's black swallowtail. Haven't seen as many of them as I did last year, but I mean, I'm okay with that because last year they basically ate my rue down to the ground at this time of year, so, you know, it's give and take, because, like, I'm sad that there aren't as many butterflies, but I'm happy that my plant will be better. So, yeah, my new chair. I need to bring that back in at some point. I honestly haven't even had much of a chance to sit in it out here. So you can see things are changing color out here. That's my Solomon seal there, the Polygonatum. That's getting that nice kind of, was like a nice kind of goldish color, and now it's just starting to kind of look sad. This is one that's really exciting. This always blooms this time of year. There we go. Look at that camellia. It's got lots of flowers on it this year. Lots of flowers on it. That's the Camellia sinensis, which is the tea camellia. I made a video on that a while ago. I don't even remember how long ago it was. But yeah, it's not like a super showy flower, but it's still nice. And there are not many flowers at this time of year. Oh, can we see you, friend? Yeah, there you are. That's a honeybee going after my camellias. This is another one that's really cool this time of year. This is called toad lily. I think it's Trichritis is the genus. This one is actually almost done. The flowers are starting to fold up again. But it has this really, really interesting flower that always blooms in October. So, really cool stuff. So, and then the pond is starting to kind of taper down. It is low. The water in this is low. I have not come out to fill up the pond with the hose. I've just been waiting for it to rain, because honestly, like, things are starting to wind down for the year. It's been a little while since I've seen the fish, but that's not anything I'm particularly concerned about, because this, you know, when it gets cold, they like to go down to the bottom and kind of hibernate, so that's probably where they're at. Whether they will survive or not, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Theoretically, they should be able to, but I have yet to see it happen, so it's always kind of a bummer when they don't make it through the year, but I'm at least reassured by the fact that they have a better life with me than they would have otherwise, because they're basically just the 15-cent feeder goldfish that normally would be, you know, their fate normally would be to be fed to a turtle or something like that. So, you know, to be top of the food chain instead of bottom is always a plus, even if you don't quite make it through the year. You make it longer than you would have otherwise. So that's how I think of it anyway. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be dealt with. There's some dead weeds in here. This thing right here, that's a tulip poplar that's growing up in the middle of my bed. That's got to be dug out before it gets too big. You can see the light's looking nice. Oh, here's another thing. Hang on. This is actually a weed. I'm going to have to pull it down because I don't like things growing on my shed. My shed's already falling apart as it is. But it does have a really nice color on it this time. There we go. You can see it better a little bit. That is Virginia Creeper. It's a gorgeous red color on that one. So, always grows up on my fence, unfortunately. Yep. Ooh, I can't even see what you can see because it's so bright. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end this for the day. So, as always, I hope this video finds you well, and I will see you again soon.